Okay, so I told you earlier we're going to start talking about our moms and dads. So mom, if you're in the room, maybe you want to leave just for a few minutes because this is kind of a private talk between me and your child about you. Okay, is mommy not listening? Good. So one of the things I want to talk to you about in this song is we're going to learn some big words. Does anybody know what wonderful means? Does it mean so good? It's extremely good. That's what wonderful means, so good. Is your mom so good? That's a word that we're going to talk about, Mommy, that she's wonderful. Okay, now what about the word marvelous? That's a really big word too. What does marvelous mean? It means splendid, extraordinary. Is your mom splendid? Is she extraordinary? Is she so good? What about beautiful? I think you all know what beautiful means. Is your mom so, so beautiful? I think she is. What about magical? Is your mommy magical? Can she do things that you never even dreamed she could do? I bet she's magical. I bet she's magical when she gets you dressed. I bet she's magical when she helps you. I bet she's magical when she reads you stories and sings to you. What about curiosity? Do you know what that means? Is your mom curious about you? Does she wonder? Does she wonder about you? Is she curious what you did? Is she curious how you think? Is she curious what you'll grow up and be like? She is. Do you know, when you were growing, when you were just a tiny baby, your mom was so curious, what will my little one be like? So your mom is full of curiosity about you. She wonders about you. So this is a song, and first I'm going to just sing the words, and then tomorrow I'm going to teach you the actions to the words. So this is how it goes. I think you're wonderful. I think you're marvelous. I think you're beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. Do you know what dreams are? Dreams are when you imagine things. Do you think your mom's imagining the best world for you? I think she is. That's why she's keeping you safe and sound right now. And she's telling you, no, we have to stay in. I have to keep you safe. So that's that's when we say I, you're talking about yourself. So that's what you think about your mommy. But guess what? This is what mommy thinks about you. What do you think mommy thinks about you? So you're going to point to your mom. You're going to say, you think I'm wonderful. So you're wondering, does she think I'm wonderful? You think I'm marvelous. Do you think your mommy thinks you're marvelous? Does she think you're extraordinary? You think I'm beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. I know you're curious. Now, what are you going to say back to mommy? You said, I think, and you're thinking, you think that about me, mommy. Now you're going to say, you're right, I'm wonderful. Because you are. You're right, I'm marvelous. You are so marvelous. You're right, I'm beautiful. Not just on the outside, but on the inside. And magical. Can you do magical things? And filled with curiosity and dreams. I know you're always asking me questions, so that means you're curious. Now let's go back to telling mommy what we think about her, because this is a song from mommy. I think you're wonderful. You help me sing it. I think you're marvelous. I think you're beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. You're right, I'm wonderful. You're right, I'm marvelous. You're right, I'm beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. Now Now, what does that all mean? All those big words. So I is about myself, we is about you and somebody else. When we say we for this next verse, it's talking about you and Mummy. We'll talk about Daddy another time because I know Daddy is important, but we're doing Mother's Day. So it's not about our Daddy, this is all about Mummy. And mummies are so terrific. That means we're wonderful. That means we're marvelous. That means we're beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. And then you're going to look at your mummy after we sing that song and you're going to give her the biggest, biggest kiss to her because you love her so, so much. All right, now tell Mummy. Mummy, you can come back now if she wants because we're going to... Actually, no, tell Mummy go back. We're going to do one more song about Mummy. So, mummies love to kiss. Oh, let me get my Earth Day. I'll be right back. Here I'm coming. I do this at school time too, don't I? Here's our world. Ready? You can kiss, kiss all the world over, all the world over. You will see you can kiss, kiss all the world over. There's no one just like Mum. There's no one just like Mum. You can hug, hug all the world over, all the world over. You will see you can hug, hug all the world over. There's no one just like Mum. Your eyes, point your eyes, your smile, the love you feel inside. Your hair, your nose, your nose. You're a special person from your head to your toes. You can smile, smile all the world over, all the world over. You will see you can smile, smile all the world over. There's no one just like Mum. There's no one just like Mum. And now you can give your mum a hug and a kiss and a smile and say, you are my world, Mummy. You are my world. Okay, so those are some of the songs we're going to sing for Mother's Day. So we'll work on them this week and next week. We're also going to keep practicing our spring songs. So we'll do the spring songs tomorrow, and we'll do these songs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we'll get them all down, and then the next week we still have all next week to practice before our tea party on Friday. Okay, so now it is planting week. And this, I sent all the moms and dads, I gave them a little newsletter telling them to have some seeds ready. So today we're gonna learn about bean seeds, and it says 1 bean. So let's see what happens in this story. I had 1 bean. It was dry and smooth and hard. So let me get my bean seed, because I want you to see my bean seed. So when I was at school, this is how we would do it. I'd say, look, here's my bean seeds, and let's take a bean out. And here it is. So you can see that this one's green, this one's white, but they have the same shape. Did you know that each kind of seed has its own special shape? So there's the shape of the bean seed, and it is dry and smooth and hard. So if you have bean seed at your house, you'll have to feel your bean seed too. It just fits in the palm of your hand like that. You see, just like this, it's fitting in my hand too. Let's turn the page. This is a science book. So this week is learning about science as well. I put it on a wet paper towel. I covered it with another wet paper towel, and soon its skin had turned all wrinkly. So I actually did that. Let's see, I did that this morning before I started school. Let's see if it worked. So it's right in here. It says Monday. Let's see if this seed looks a little different. Is it a little bit wrinkly? I put 2 in. Oh, goodness. This one is really wrinkly. Look, you can see this one's more wrinkly compared to this one. So this one got wetter. I always put 2 seeds in when I'm doing experiments because you never know. Sometimes something's called a dud. So obviously this one worked. So there we go. Whoops, put it back in. You might want to try this experiment too. Just get a paper towel. This is one, and then you can watch it. You can watch what happens each day. You learn about the parts. My bean had gotten fatter too. I think it got too fat for its skin because the skin split. That meant it was time to plant my bean. So she's got paper and a pot and some soil. I filled a cup with black potting soil. Then I laid my fat, wrinkly bean in the cup and covered it with soil. Do you think this is a brother and a sister? Might be. I watered it when the soil was dry. Even though I couldn't see my bean hidden under the damp black soil, I watched for it every day. So this is what it's doing inside the dark soil, but we can't see that. So he's got it on a windowsill where the sun comes in, and look, a big watering pot. Then one day, just like in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, something wonderful happened. A greenish white stalk poked up from the soil. My bean was dangling from the end of it. So there's the bean seed and it's pushed up. So there's roots in here and a stem. Soon 2 leaves grew on my bean plant. These leaves were shaped just like Valentine hearts. See, 1, 2. So it's getting taller. More green heart-shaped leaves sprouted. My bean plant grew bigger and bigger. It needed a bigger place to live and grow. So see, it's getting bigger in the pot. I filled a flower pot with potting soil. Very gently, very carefully, I took one bean with its bright green leaves and roots spreading through the black moist soil out of the paper cup. I planted it in the flower pot where it could stay. Sunshine shone above it and made my bean plant grow some more. So remember it was teeny? Look how big it is now. One day I saw a lot of little green bumps on my bean plant. Those green bumps were called buds. Bud, buds. Not bugs, buds. These are buds. The buds burst open and a lot of white flowers blossomed along with the green leaves. Does anybody know what comes after the buds, after the flowers? Let's turn the page and find out. When the white flowers fell off, tiny bean pods hung in their place. Before long, there were lots of bean pods growing on my beautiful bean plant. And you know what? This will really happen for you too. It really will. I promise. Those tiny bean pods grew bigger. One day I picked one. I split it open and looked inside. What do you think I saw? I saw some smooth and shiny beans, shaped just like that one bean that had started it all. I picked a few pods and ate the beans that grew inside them, and they were very good. The end. So now we're going to do that. That's what we're doing this week. So I'm going to come over here to my art table, only we're not really doing art this week. We're doing science. And remember, if you want, you can get the same thing. You just get an empty jar. And you get some paper towel, like this, and you're just gonna fold it in the circle and put it in. And then you're just gonna drop your bean in. One, you can drop one on the other side and see which one wins the race. Two. And then you would just pour some water in. Like I poured water in mine, this is wet now. So there it is, it's getting a little bit bigger. And you might need to fix it up a little bit. Pull it up so it stays inside so you can see it better. I'll fix that later. It's probably a mommy job or a daddy job to do that. So now I'm actually we're gonna watch the beans growing this way, but I am gonna grow some in a container. So I've got my soil here, I've got my scooper, and I've got newspaper down so I don't make a mess. So first you have to put quite a bit of soil down, like this. Make sure that you take the lumps and bumps out. And in this pot again, how many seeds do you think I'm gonna plant? 2. So I'm gonna put one here. Doesn't have to get wet first, and one here. And I'm gonna just put some soil on top because some seeds need like a little blanket. They need to be in the dark before they'll grow. And that's your bean seed. Now, I sent home a paper. This is what your paper looks like, so let me sit on my chair. I'm gonna put my name, Mrs. Freer. And I put my finger under the first sentence, and it says, on Monday. That's the same word on our calendar. What does that tricky word say? Now let's send out the next word. Planted. What did I plant? I planted a bean seed. So that's right, bean. So we talked about earlier. So there's the belly. E. So E can look like this. It's not a. E can also look like an E and an A. Remember when we talked about 2 vowels together, the first one says its name, and the second one doesn't say a sound. A B, E. What's the last sound? N. Bean. Seed. Now, if you want, because you'll have so many seeds, you could, because it's good for children to learn about comparisons. You can put some glue and just put it beside it this way or this way so they can see the difference. Let's see. This glue doesn't want to come out. Come on, Mr. Glue. Here we go. And put a lot down the blob. So there's our bean seed. The white will disappear. On Monday, I planted a bean seed. I wonder what we'll plant on Tuesday. I hope you had fun today with me, and I hope that you're able to plant. Afterwards, you're gonna water this and then put it in a sunny window. Don't turn it to mud. It has to stay wet, but not soaking wet. Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.